I actually call it the Oprah traffic method because we use it a lot of times with Oprah. Oprah mentions something on her TV show, and the next day, people will be on, or excuse me, as soon as the Oprah show ends, people are on Google searching for everything she just mentioned. And I've read stories about companies that went out of business because Oprah mentioned their business on her show, and they'll get so many visitors and customers they can't keep up with the volume, and they'll actually lose their businesses. I thought, man, Oprah calls it the Oprah traffic method. If I knew what Oprah's going to talk about, which every day, every single week, she's like, tomorrow on Oprah, we're going to talk about this. There's a way I could apply, if I could relate whatever she was talking about back to my product, I could do this technique and get listed really, really quick. So we learned this way. It's called, again, the Oprah traffic method. Here's some results. Before Oprah was on, we applied this method. Within 4 hours, we already had 2 of the top 10 page listings in Google. And within 8 hours, we had 5 of the top 10 page listings in Google. Okay, so half of the links on Google were ours within 8 hours just by applying this method. Okay, so it's really, really cool. So let me show you how it works. Okay, there's a couple steps. Step number 1 is you need to find out what people are going to be searching for within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so if you watch today's show, you watch things, look for the commercials in between. They say tomorrow on today's show, so-and-so's going to be talking about whatever. Tomorrow on Oprah, we'll be talking about whatever. So find out what's going to be happening in the news. Okay, this was huge during election time. Tap into elections. Tap into whatever's the big thing people are talking about online. Okay, next thing is, how can this relate back to my product or my service? Okay, how can Oprah talking about Dr. Oz relate back to what I'm selling? Can I figure out a way to relate that somehow? Okay, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is you need to write a 300 to 500 word article about that. Okay, a lot of you guys say, well, Russell, I'm not a writer. Well, I got good news for you. It should be a bad article. Okay, these are pages you print on other people's sites. You want them to leave that site and come back to your site. So you don't want a good, captivating article. So keep someone on that site. You want a bad article that makes them want to click to come to your site. Okay, so good news. It can and should be a bad article. Okay, so you have one of your assistants who doesn't speak English right if you want, because it should be a bad article. Okay, step number 3 is you need to find these Web 2.0 sites like we talked about that Google already loves. Sites like squidoo.com, hubpages.com, youtube.com, weebly.com. These are pages, sites of the internet that Google loves them. So when you put a page on Squidoo or on Hub Pages, they automatically rank it high. Now the cool thing about all 4 of these sites right here is that they allow users like us to put pages on their sites. So I can go in there to Squidoo and I can say, I want to create a page. They call it the lens, but it's the same thing. I want to create a page on Squidoo. I posted my bad article, and it creates a page on Squidoo, and Google finds it really, really quick and automatically increases me and links me up very, very high. It rates me very, very high because they love these sites for whatever reason. Okay. Step number 4 is each of these sites are going to give you an RSS feed. Okay. The RSS feed is a really complicated thing that I do not understand, and you should not understand it either. Okay. That's not the goal, is to be smart and techy. The goal is to know how to use these tools. So when you click on a big orange button that looks like that, that's the RSS feed. You then take this RSS feed, you submit it to the content sharing sites. Okay. Sites like dig.com, nix.com, shoutwire.com, and propeller.com. Okay. These sites are also indexed very high by the search engines. And here, we're not posting our articles here to get, on these content sharing sites, we're only post an article people vote on and say if they like your article or not. That's not our goal with this, okay? You get traffic anyway, but for this Oprah method, that's not our goal. Our goal is to throw our RSS feed here so it grabs the article. People can vote on it, but because the article is bad, they're probably going to vote it down. But what it gives us is it gives us a link coming back from these pages back to our Web 2.0 site, which again is going to boost up the rankings very, very quickly, okay? And again, here's some of the results. Apply those 5 steps. Is again, within 8 hours, we had 5 of the top 10 listings in Google for that keyword we're focusing on. Okay, so very powerful, very, very quick.